An American visionary and author of 178 scholarly books believes that there are more solutions that Tonga could use to address the issue concerning illicit drugs. Professor Dr. Peter Baofu is in Tonga on the last leg of his global tour of countries around the world. Let's take a look into the story, as he has taught as a professor at different universities in Western Europe, the Caucasus, the Middle East, the Balkans, Central Asia, South Asia, North America, as well as Southeast Asia. Speaking to radio and television Tonga News this morning, Dr. Peter Baofu says this is the same issue that he has seen in neighboring Pacific countries in Samoa, Vanuatu and Fiji. The best way to address the issue in Tonga is to get to the root of the problem, as he believes what Tonga is doing now is not sufficient in the long run. As such, the root of the problem could be social, economical or a cultural problem, and this is what the government needs to identify first in order to address the issue.
To solve the problem, it's not sufficient for you just to say you arrest people, you put them into jail, or you put them into a mental hospital and ask them to go through this kind of recovery problem. That's not going to work. I tell you now, that's not going to work because you blame the problem on them. I think the problem is much deeper than that. You need to the problem of drug taking is a social problem, it's an economic problem, it's a cultural problem, it's a psychological problem. So if you just say, we spend more money, ask the police to arrest them, put them into jail, send them to 5 years in prison, 10 years, life sentence, okay, it sounds very nice, but you're not going to resolve the problem. And this is the trade-off. So to redress the issue, you need to look into some of the roots of the problem. Unless you address the roots, you're not going to resolve the problem.
He adds the government needs to step up and have a more friendly approach with drug dealers and suppliers before sending them off to jail for 10 to 15 years or to the psychiatric ward, as he believes this will not solve the problem in the future. He says if the government do this, they will be able to reduce the number of drug arrests in Tonga, which affects the whole population. Dr. Peter Baofu has travelled to more than 100 countries in the world and has good outcomes from proposals to many of the solutions in the countries he has visited.